Hey guys, welcome to The Bite. My name is Jackie. Today's video is on something that I've been posting a lot on my Instagram stories. This is a miso tahini stir fry. I've had a love for Japanese culture and Japanese food since I was a kid. I relied on miso soup to help me get better, along with some Arabic remedies as well. But miso soup and miso in general has always been one of my favorite flavors and just very healing for me in my mind. And growing up, now that I know a lot about gut health and now that gut health is becoming more prevalent, I thought this would be a perfect time to share this recipe with you. So let me take you over the ingredients. So I have some broccoli, some cremini mushrooms, carrots, green beans, zucchini, and this is all for the sauce. So I have here a tahini, miso paste, sesame oil, some water, rice vinegar, and I have here just garlic and ginger. This is a super quick and easy, really the hardest part, or not even the hardest part, but the part that is the most time consuming is just cutting up the vegetables. Everything else comes together really quickly, which is why I love this. Right now we're fasting for Lent, so we are pretty much eating vegan, and this has been a go-to meal for us. It's been very filling and it's just very delicious. The umami from the miso really satisfies you. A couple things I want to mention. This is totally customizable to your taste. If you want to switch up the vegetables a little bit, go ahead and do that, or add a little bit more different kind of mushrooms, add bell peppers, whatever you want to do, add meat even, totally. Also, for the miso, there are many different kinds of miso, and they vary based on how long they've been fermenting for. The white miso, there's red miso, and the white one is fermented less than the red miso. The darker the color, the more bold the flavor is gonna be. I'm using a white miso, but you can use whatever kind you want. If you wanna keep this strictly vegan, be sure to look for one without bonito flakes or dashi, because that means that there are fish flakes in it. So the one that I have is without the dashi. So let's go over to the stove and let's get started. So on the stove here, I have some vegetable oil. Whenever I'm doing kind of an Asian or even an Asian fusion dish, I always like to use vegetable oil. Olive oil is a little bit too strong for this kind of dish. So I like to start with my green beans because I like to get them kind of blistered. I just like the way it looks. So I kind of do it on medium-high heat. That's my preference, but cook them how you like. All right, so I can see them kind of starting to blister. I'm going to add in my carrots and let these cook down a little bit. And I'm also going to add my zucchini. I'm gonna let this cook for 2-3 minutes, add in my mushrooms, and then the last thing I'm gonna add is the broccoli before I add the sauce. They're coming along beautifully. I'm going to add in my mushrooms, all of those, and all of my broccoli. I like to add the broccoli last because I like for my broccoli to have a good crunch to it. I don't like it to be too soft or soggy. So that's one of the last things I usually add into my stir fries. I'm gonna let this sit while we work on the sauce. So let's get to mixing the sauce. So I have my miso here, and this miso with the tahini, you want to kind of mix these two ingredients together first. The miso can stay kind of clumpy, so I want to make sure that the thick ingredients are incorporated before we start adding in our liquid. So that looks good. And I'm going to add in the water and my rice vinegar. This itself can be a really good salad dressing. It can be really good just to dip vegetables in. If you're using it for one of those two things and you're adding garlic and ginger, I recommend grating it instead of having these big chunks. The chunks are gonna cook a little bit in the stir fry, so they will be less harsh. But if you're using it as something that needs a little bit more of a delicate flavor, I recommend grating those two ingredients in. So I'm using a mini whisk. You can totally use a fork for this. Now I'm going to add in all of my garlic and ginger. And you'll notice there's no salt or soy sauce in here. The miso provides just enough of a salty flavor. Any more than that, and I think it will kind of overdo it. To me, this is perfect. You can totally adjust to your liking. And I just like this fusion of Middle Eastern and Asian ingredients. So we're just gonna add this straight to the stir fry. First, let me give this a quick toss. See how that broccoli is turning kind of bright green? These here are the broccoli stems. I like to cut these up. Don't waste the stems. They are so filled with flavor. They're so good for you. If anything, just cut off the very end. That's kind of hard. And take the outer layer off with a good knife and just chop it up like you would any other vegetable. I try not to waste too much in the kitchen, and I think that's a good tactic for everybody to implement. Right. Now, let's add in the sauce. And when I add the sauce, I want to lower the heat because I don't want to overheat the miso. It will kill a lot of the good probiotics in the miso and a lot of the good benefits. So, and look at the creaminess of this. This, oh, it smells so good. The sesame oil, that little bit just amplifies the sesame flavor of the tahini. And the minute this hits the pan, the aroma takes over. This is pretty much done. I just want to let this sit for about 1 minute, not too much longer than that, and then it's ready to eat. So I'm just going to sprinkle on some sesame seeds. I have some steamed white rice over here, and I'm just going to plate myself up. You can see why this has become one of me and my husband's favorite meals during this Lent season. I know we're going to be eating this after Lent as well. All right. So let me show you what I kind of like to do when I plate it up. Okay, what I like to do when I plate this up. This is a Japanese spice called furikake. There are so many different variations of this. This is just a very simple one. It's a rice seasoning. It's got black sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, nori, which is seaweed, a bunch of different things. It just makes your rice taste a lot better. I just put a little bit, and then I love, capital L-O-V-E, love pickled ginger. If anybody is with me on that, comment down below, because whenever I go get sushi, I just ask for a huge plate of this, because any kind of pickles, I grew up loving pickles, and this is no different. And just a touch of soy sauce on the rice. I'm gonna give this a try because this smells so good. All right. It makes me so happy to eat this. I get so happy. I can eat this for breakfast, and I do eat it for breakfast, like leftovers. So good. I really hope you give this a try, because tahini and miso is like a masterpiece. It is a match made in heaven, honestly. And if you think about it, tahini is only ground sesame seeds. You use miso and sesame oil quite often, so the two flavors are not too far off. Now that you've seen me make it and you know what's included in it and how easy it is, you know why I've been making it so often on my Instagram stories. You can find the full ingredient list and the directions in my blog, which is listed in the description box down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. I hope you enjoyed this, because I'm about to kill like half of this pan right now. Me and my husband are gonna have a nice, good lunch with this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Bite.